in the building. You know, I have my partners in crime with a special guest. We have the good doctor to my left.
Happy Sunday, fun day.
We also have B Rock in the building.
What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is. The man, aka Mr. aka Everything, B Rock, aka B Rock G, aka the Mad Hatter, aka Fort Worth's finest. Let's go. Too much.
Now
Incredibly
remember, you got to
petty,
say that once
Mr.
I
Yeah.
press record.
Oh, you didn't do
We
it.
live. We live on social media.
Mr.
I
Incredibly
just
Petty
said
is in the
social media.
building. My bad, y'all.
Yeah. And
Alright,
then in the
alright.
building, man, we have
Uncle
guess
Phil.
who's
Uncle
sitting
Phil.
with
We
us.
got Uncle Phil. Got some old school in the house. Talk to young people. Young people teach me. Teach y'all something. How about
Yeah,
that?
already. I mean, he got this fly thing going, you know,
That's Frederick Douglass
the gray
Afro.
hair and
Oh,
everything, the glasses. So again, man, we're looking to have a great show today. Please forgive us, you know, for just now starting to go live. We had Sunday service today. I tried outside of all my
Forgot
ignorance.
Silver.
Oh, in the building we have Silver, who is golden,
Right.
What good,
Uh,
Silver?
who's over here looking at me like,
Man, put me on the spot.
yeah,
Let me
it's
say
Sunday.
Yeah.
So again, shout out to all of you guys who are tuned in. With that being said, I'm trying to get today's show uh, situated. But in the meantime, listen, make sure you share our Facebook. Make sure you go to YouTube. You press subscribe. If you're watching on Periscope, shout out to you guys. We get a good 10 people who watch us. You know, one thing I would say is those Twitter watchers, that's not even a word. But it's
I was gonna rock with it. I was gonna.
Yeah, I'm
really
gonna rock
let
with
you
it
make
because, you know, when you're doing the creating, you can also create your own word.
There you go.
But they're faithful. You know, we get a good hot 10 watchers. You know,
No,
10
watchers.
Watchers,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And so shout out to our Twitter who literally do. I get a notification that somebody liked it or loved it. Again, you know, we're just trying to build up our social media following as well as our uh, listener on our streaming service. Again, you can check us out any day. Uh, we're on SoundCloud. We're on Google. We're on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
We're on a couple of more.
Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcasts. Again, that's what we're kind of focused on. So shout out to all you guys. And right now we are actually finna go on and get this little old podcast started. So with that being said, we're finna jump into our intro music. Oh, y'all can talk. I got y'all mics down now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
born.
Yeah, I got the mics down. I learned real quick. Y'all always love to talk in the middle of our intro music. But yeah, no, I got it cut down right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
now once I jump in, then listen. Want to thank everybody and welcome everybody to the Pettigrew Podcast Radio Show. I am your boy, Boss Hog, host of the Pettigrew Podcast Radio Show. Man, listen, y'all know how we do it every Sunday here uh, in this little cozy little spot that you guys get to listen and watch us in. I have my partners in crime who hold it down with me every Sunday. In the building, we have the good doctor. What's good, good doctor?
Happy Sunday, fun day.
Also in the building, my boy from Funky Town, B Rock. What's
And
good,
boy
B?
G, stand up. This your man B Rock, aka B Rock G, aka Mr. Incredibly Petty. Fort Worth's finest. Let's go.
In the building, we also have a guest. We're gonna call Uncle Phil. What's good,
Yeah,
Uncle Phil?
Uncle Phil, I'm here to talk a little shit.
Already.
Yeah,
Listen, he gonna fit in just right.
Just here, just talk a little something about what we like, what we don't like. We're gonna get on each other's nerves, gonna hurt some people's feelings, but
Yeah.
that's not what we. That's what we're here about.
Listen. with that being said, we're gonna get in the song, and I'm glad you said that because I need to address something before we get this show started.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't share it in our little old group.
Okay.
So, you know, every blue moon, and I'm not sure if you've been here for this, but we call Get Some Shit Off Your Chest Sunday.
Okay.
And so
I like it.
we go get some shit off your chest. And
Mhm.
so anytime anybody is like, you know what, I need to get some shit off my chest, before we get into today's show,
Okay.
we go get some shit off our chest. Just need to say, I need to get some shit off my chest.
Okay.
And we go do that. But what we're going to do is, before we get into today's topics, and y'all know how we do it here on the show, we like to play some of the loudest music. I just happen to be looking at and listening to YouTube again. I'm a music head, man. I check out all types of music. Ran across this sister from DC.
Okay.
So, you know, here in the Southern Belt, we definitely ain't gonna listen to this broad. But she goes ham. She goes by the name of Sa-Roc, S-A-R-O-C. And the song that I'm gonna be playing is gonna be called Forever. If you want to find her on social media, please look up under that. Go to YouTube and listen to this song. I guarantee you it is fire. So we're going to get into this song, and then we're going to come back with today's show.
Okay.
Y'all good? Y'all can talk in the middle of the song.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
again,
just
shout
pulling
out to
up.
everybody who's watching us on our live streams. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're in the middle of a song, and then we're going to come back with today's show. So some of the things that we're going to be talking about today, huh?
We Facebook Live too?
What happened?
Facebook Live too?
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live. Yeah, we good. Like I said, they've been kind of. They haven't blocked that shit. Because normally they would block it.
Hmm.
So,
They're doing new things for 2020.
yeah. So what we're going to do is, man, you know, for time's sake, I definitely got to talk about the shit I need to get out my chest. So that'll be a topic.
Okay.
We're going to get into Odell Beckham when it comes to sports because we really need to hold that conversation. And everybody who's watching, I already know what's going on. He made the headlines for
Money.
giving out money
Right.
after they won the national championship. But he also made headlines because there was a warrant out for his arrest in Louisiana because
You touching people on the back.
he popped the officer on their ass. We're going to jump into that. We got to jump into Lonnie Love.
Yeah.
So if you guys are watching, we definitely want you guys to let us know on our social media in the comments how y'all feel about Lonnie Love.
Yeah.
You know, we had a conversation about her, and we was riding with Lonnie Love because, as everybody knows, she's dating a white man.
Oh.
However, she wasn't really advocating black women go to white men. She was just talking about love. You know, don't be scared to
Step out of the box.
step outside the box. However, she's on a show called The Real. And basically what she did was say, well, she tried to give her reasoning why black men cheat. And she tried to equate it to the fact that we went through slavery. And that's basically in a nutshell. And she got some flack from me because I know I was one of them who kind of shot at her ass on Twitter. Well, I ain't gonna say kind of, I did.
Yeah.
I just told her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's a
Excuse my
shot.
language, but I've
That's
already had my
definitely a
Sunday
shot.
service. My pastor already know. I
That you told Lonnie to
it's
shut the fuck
simple.
up.
You get what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
It is business. So, but I did. I went to Twitter and told her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You really not in the position to tell us why black men cheat.
Right.
I can't. I don't talk about black women because I don't have a right.
Right.
I'm not a black woman. I can't. I say a lot of shit, but I don't do that. Black women do, and this is the reason why I'm not in that position.
Right,
So
then how would she know? How would she know why black men cheat? I mean, everybody cheats, you know.
and that's
All
another
men
problem.
And that's where I.
That's
I'm
where the
gonna go
biggest
with it.
issue was.
I don't like
Just
to
for that.
All people cheat, male or female.
Right. And so,
It's not just a black man thing. And people cheat for various reasons.
Mhm.
right. And then you know what? We got to talk about this because, as you guys know, in February we'll be celebrating like we do every year. That's Black History Month.
Right.
And so, with that being said, we're going to talk about a Wisconsin, a white politician who has basically is trying to get passed through a bill where they also, I guess in a nutshell, salute, white Americans who
White
have also
Americans.
played a part in black history.
Right.
And you got your black politicians who really not feeling that shit.
Right.
So we're going to jump into that, and that's going to pretty much round out our show. Y'all know how we do. We give our KB's throwback song of the day. KB's throwback song of the day will be Rock Steady by the Whispers. And so, again, that's going to round out our show. Again, if you are watching on any of our social media platforms, please share our video. We can use all the help, all the love. I always forget to mention that we do have a Patreon account. If you want to donate to us, because, listen, those funds help us do the things that we like to do with our show. You can become a member on our Patreon account.
Okay, I'd like to address that topic about Representative Scott Allen in Wisconsin. It's from a city from. Hold on.
Hey, listen, we are back. That was Ciroc Forever. Again, this young lady is out of DC. Go check her out. Again, you can watch the video on YouTube. But again, we need to support our black musicians who don't really get as much shine.
Facts.
Yeah, that's real.
You
The
know,
stuff that's on the radio ain't always what's popping. Y'all.
yeah, it's garbage, and there's so many other artists out there who have great music.
Toby New England.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yo,
But,
Camille.
all music is black music. I tell people, if the black man didn't influence all music, you all would
No,
be
true.
waltzing and listening to classical music. And so, I'm like, Paul Mooney, he like his white people white. I don't need you rapping, hip hopping, got your hat pulled to the back of your head, talking about, hey, what's happening, boss man? That's disrespectful. That's like a step infection kind of thing. But yeah, all music is black. If you got a drum, it's black music.
I already appreciate that.
It's real.
Listen,
all music.
that's what I'm talking about with that petty shit. It just flows naturally.
Natural.
It's just natural. You gotta correct some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. So listen, we're not gonna kill y'all time. Let's go on and jump into it.
Okay.
Let me go on and get this shit out my chest real quick.
Uh-oh.
So me and B-Rock had a conversation because me and him held down the show maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I know where
And the topic of conversation was a young lady on my social media page, on really our social media page.
Mhm.
She was our mutual friend, who in a nutshell basically took a AKA t-shirt from a young lady. Real sharp. She saw the young lady in the shirt. She asked her where she got it from. The young lady told her who she got it from. She still took the shirt. She went to social media. And even though she wasn't bragging about it, she was just, you know how they do. Listen, this is not good. This is the reason why you shouldn't be letting everybody wear it. You don't give your paraphernalia
Right.
to everybody. Whatever.
Was she an AKA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Real.
real for real.
Right.
Okay.
Real. So in any case, me and B-Rock just had a conversation on, was it appropriate? Was there a better way to handle the situation?
Etc. Etc.
However,
Comma.
Boss Hall had
Actually,
to,
semicolon.
yes, with her correct ass.
I stand corrected.
Like you
Semicolon.
write this shit on some paper.
Yeah.
But in any case, I had to call out the hypocrisy because this same young lady is a part of our organization. Her fiance is a member of me and B-Rock's organization. They went to a ball. She dressed her son out as the members of our organization would dress out. In other words, let me say it again. The equivalent of what this young lady did, you did to your son because you thought it was cute. Now the young lady didn't wear the T-shirt because she thought it was cute. She wore the T-shirt because her mother, who was an AKA,
Oh,
gave it to her.
wow.
However, again, you can see the hypocrisy because on one end, you're offended that somebody's wearing your letters, but on the other hand, you would dress your child up in somebody else's organization and not thinking that you might offend somebody.
You did the same thing.
You did basically the same thing. It doesn't matter.
Now,
With that being said, fast forward. Now, I'm on social media heavy. I'm heavy enough to know I see my regulars. I noticed I hadn't saw my regular. So something's like, well, damn, let me make sure everything is okay. She's fine. And I went to the page. We're no longer friends.
Oh, wow.
Now, leading up to this conversation, we were friends. So some say, well, somebody had to listen or watch this show
Right. To be able to get that information out.
to say, I believe
They talking about you, girl.
you.
Exactly.
Because otherwise, I don't know if she listened or watched the show. I don't.
Right. We don't know who's listening.
Right. I don't know. But I know somebody close. Because I don't believe in coincidence. There was no coincidence. At that point in time, before we did this show, we were friends. But then after the show, and me just not seeing her post, and I just happened to go to it, and was like, oh, we're not friends now. So somebody who either is in our organization who watches and listens to the show, or her directly having to have seen it, to say, well, instead of addressing me,
now
let me just remove it.
that I know they saw it, and by they I mean both of them saw it because I actually talked to them about it at a community service event a few days after. So they saw it.
Oh, well, thank you for telling me, B-Rock. So let me put everybody on notice, man.
They saw it, man. You know, regardless of and I spoke my piece on it and how I felt about it, and and it was what it was. I if you don't know how I felt about it, go back and look. I felt about it how I feel about it.
Well, my problem be is we wasn't offensive. You a sister,
right? And when me and her dude,
but also, I mean, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion,
right? And that was what it was.
Yeah.
I know
Really should.
their thoughts on
silly.
their thoughts on the dressing up the baby was that it didn't denote a number, meaning it didn't have a temple number.
It don't matter. Listen,
No, I'm with you, and I expressed that too. But to just confirm your speculation, yeah, they.
well, thank you, Dan B. Because I was wondering if you see my status. Listen, I know y'all watching on social media. Let me say this and let me be very clear. We do a show. Our content is derived and comes from everywhere. I pull from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the news, a conversation, and I've said it before.
The lady across the street.
Yeah, it don't matter. If you, first of all, put it on social media, it's all fair game.
Right.
I don't care what I put on social media. If we want to talk about Civil, the Good Doctor,
The moment it goes on social media,
it's over.
public.
yeah.
It's a wrap. It is. There is absolutely no copyright on social on the shit. There's not. And so, please understand that. Especially if I know you, I'm not coming from a negative space.
Right.
Because what I didn't hear B-Rock say is, why they never said I mentioned me?
Right.
Because I used me an example in the backlash. Because I have a jacket, and I would tell a Good Doctor go get it, but she got her hands full. I have a jacket that offended folks, and I said that.
Yeah.
I got bigger backlash than Boosie did from him wearing his Kappa shirt. Listen, my jacket is the most popular line of jacket on social media. For damn near about 2 years,
It was it.
I got notifications. Why you wearing this jacket? Why is this? Masonry don't have nothing to do with Greek art. I heard it for like 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how a nigga damn near became known. On social media, that was literally what it was. My jacket and the picture, they never knew who it come from.
Mm-hmm.
But my jacket circulated because I have a picture of the back of it. So when they were sharing my picture, of course they never seen the face. They were just sharing the back of the
I'm
damn
intrigued. I want to see this.
So again, I had to get it out my chest because that was so passive aggressive to me.
Yeah.
But this is my thing, and this is not even just about this situation. It's just in general. Regardless of the fact that we do a show, regardless of the fact of intent, be it malintent or firing shots or not, I think that overall, society is kind of coming to a place where people want to be able to put their opinion out, and as long as that opinion is supported, it's great. Everything is rainbows and sunshine, and we can do cartwheels and hold hands. But the moment someone has a difference of opinion, you're either pegged as a hater, you don't know what you're talking about, or you just, kind of get cut off from that person. And I would really like to see people be able to have difference of opinions and still go forward in whatever the dynamic of your relationship is. Whether you best of friends, your associates, whatever, we're not going to always agree 100% of the time. That's what makes us different. So, take what we say, for exactly what it is, our opinions, our individual opinions. Hell, we don't agree on this show half the time. So, if you really feel some type of way about something, I say it almost every show. You feel some type of way about what I say? What? Inbox me.
Right.
Because I sure will talk to you about it. Stand on what I said. And if you sway my opinion, hell, I'll bring it up on the show. But, just everybody ain't going to think the same. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us who we are. So if you really, really, really feel some type of way about something we talk about on the show, shit, hit us up. We'll talk about it.
Right. And somebody
just give us topics.
And somebody said, well, the good doctor was like, well, you should have invited her. Well, first of all, we just never thought like that. We didn't.
Right.
Because we didn't, we just thought it was going to be regular conversation.
Invite everybody that listens to the show.
Right. So, that's what I wanted to go on and get off my chest. Again, if y'all have any feelings or thoughts about it. Because in the bigger picture, it's dealing with people in real life. We're not going to always agree. And if you are bold enough to put something out there,
understand that there's going to be an opinion.
Right. It might come with a criticism. And again, for me, I wasn't coming from a negative place. I just thought it was worth talking about because I've experienced it. Mm-hmm. I came from a place of my experience.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And somebody had to present the other side of it because apparently, let's be real, you never thought of it that way. I just happened to bring it up because because everybody, out of sake of not offending nobody, they'll say, well, but you did. Because see, at the end of the day, to me, and I see people watching, what you decided to do in their conversation with you being, we're going to keep it moving, was make an excuse for why it was okay. There was no number on that. No, but you had the word Magi on that. And the last time I checked, there's only one Magi. It's two. But you here in Texas, B. Thank you with the two.
I don't even know what any of that stuff means. All I know is that I try to explain to people. The things that I tell you and explain to you are my truths that I've chosen for myself to be true. It's from the education that I have, that I read in books. Most opinions that I make are not my own opinions to be formed. The opinions that were formed by things that I read, either through books or given example by some people older than me and some people younger than me. And if I say things and I express things, especially about my life, it's only my truth.
Right.
It's everything that comes out of my mouth is not true. Just like everything that comes out of your mouth is not true. Even if I give you an example that I read in a book, it's just based on what I think about what I say. And so in saying that, everyone, like Brock said, and just like Stephen says, everything that we say as people, including you out in social media, it's just your opinion. Not necessarily true, but you should have opportunity to be able to say it.
Already. Listen, with that being said, we're going to keep this train moving. And so, what we're going to jump into is what's going on in Wisconsin. I like the fact that Uncle Phil got his notes ready.
Yeah, man, I got some just reading the different articles I read today, and I also went through some of these people's YouTube to see some things that they were saying.
Okay, so listen, I'm not going to be long on what's going on. So let me try to sum this up in a nutshell, and then I'm going to throw it out to y'all, and then y'all can jump into it. As we all know, February is Black History Month. And in old Wisconsin, where Wisconsin does still have racial issues. They are very much segregated. Don't get it twisted. I remember when I was up there for Barack Obama's first election. Them niggas love and they party when it comes to elections, especially when he was running. Listen, I've never seen nothing like it because I've never seen nothing here where people literally come out,
right,
throw parties,
Right.
just for voting. You don't see that here.
Nah.
Look where we at.
Right.
That's up north,
right.
and we here in the south. So with that being said, man, this is what's going on right now in Wisconsin, and this story is actually where I got it from the Grio, and it says battle in Wisconsin is heating up over Black History Month resolution. Some finds disrespectful. The article goes on to say that according to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, last month Republican Rep. Scott Allen sparked a heated debate after introducing a Black History Month resolution that would honor 10 Wisconsinites, most of whom are white. The story goes on to say that Allen's reasoning being that since those white citizens helped enslaved black people get to the freedom via Underground Railroad, they deserve as much recognition as anyone else. The initiative was drafted without any input from the state legislation, African American members, and quickly drew from Democratic lawmakers who have accused Allen of attempting to whitewash
Black
the 1 month specifically designated to celebrate Black history and Black people. And then I'm going to end it on this and we're going to keep it moving. Senator Lena Taylor, who is currently running for mayor of Milwaukee and is flustered over the bill comparing Allen to a slave owner. She goes on to say, "Thank you, Massa Allen, for picking who we should honor, sir." Taylor sarcastically wrote to the congressman in an email last month. "We sure ain't capable of thinking for ourselves, sir." With that being said, man, listen, let me go on and say this shit and I'm going to keep it moving. We as niggas can be a little too insensitive or too hypersensitive.
There you go.
If we're going to honor black folks, and again, we got the shortest days out of the month of Black History, I personally don't see anything wrong. Unless I'm missing something, y'all bring something
Black
else to
people
it.
or white people?
No, honoring white folks.
Honoring white
Oh,
folks.
okay.
Honoring white folks.
Right.
During
Black
Who-
history.
I agree.
who
Who
attributed
helped?
to the advancement of black people.
With the, there you go, B,
I
the
agree.
NAACP. That's
Yeah.
what the fuck it's called.
Exactly.
But wasn't the NAACP
Started by white people?
Started by white
Yes.
Yeah,
people?
that's a whole different conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
It was co-founded. It was niggas and white folks.
Okay. Co-founded.
It was niggas and white folks.
But
Man,
those people can be
dressed
honored
that shit
too,
up. It was
right?
started by white folks. They brought some black folks in to make
Yeah.
it legit
right.
and put co-founded on there. It was started by white
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we do it?
Well, another part of that article, they talked about how Representative Allen wanted to get together with some of the other black senators, and he set up a meeting with the other senators to see how they could work on it since the black senators, they say Democratic because it's Democrats and all black.
Right.
But the black senators want to know how they could work it out and they can have some kind of, they can come together to talk. And only one black representative showed up.
Right.
He was the new congressman that they just got in, a lawmaker, Kalen Haywood, 19 years old.
I was gonna be
my
petty and say,
goodness.
did one show up or did
I
One,
see it. Okay.
It's not
one
showing
showed
on
up.
time. But
And in that article, you know what I also read? That Congressman Allen's wife is black.
So is he white? Scott Allen?
Yeah, he's
Scott
got
Allen's white.
Okay.
His skin is white.
Okay.
You know, everything has to be
White
black.
is not right.
Yeah, but the white man says that. But I agree what he said. I got two different sides. I agree what he said about putting people, the white people who were responsible and helpful with the Underground Railroad. However, I feel that he should have, before he started to pass this legislature or put it to be passed, that he should have conferred with some of the.
he should have got some black
delegates.
backs.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, I got a
Is what
question.
you're saying.
I got a question. Who controls the black narrative? Who are we to tell the white men who really thought enough of us to say I need to get the approval from other black senators? Because what I'm trying to figure out is where's the issue? Because me reading the article, because y'all ain't thought of it first, I'm mad. Because the article says,
that's
see,
very
A
good.
good idea is a good idea. I don't give a damn who it comes from.
because if you reading the article, the issue is that we were not included. Why should I have to come to you to ask you, is it okay if we bring in white folks? Because the truth is we would be lying if we say white people
Did not help.
us.
Well, look at Barack. I mean, Barack could have become president, which is colorful because we don't even.
I say that shit all the time. It took a lot of them Caucasian folks switching over.
Yeah. And
Otherwise, he wouldn't have been in office. I tell
But
niggas,
then,
don't
I
let it.
believe it is I believe it is a good idea to have the, like I said, or like he said, the white folks who were responsible with the Underground Railroad that led to the freedom of the slaves in the civil rights. I think they should be allowed to be celebrated during Black History Month.
Now, where I do find a weak argument is if you go further into the article, it says the same way that we would not expect to have insight and control over who is being honored for Italian History Month or German History Month, we wouldn't expect the German lawmaker and the legislator, the Italian lawmaker and the legislator, and we would allow them to lead on
That's a
that.
game.
See, that wouldn't be
That's a
true.
game.
That's not
Well, hold
necessarily
on.
Right, that's not true.
You know why it's not true? Because those are white people. Yeah, I try to tell people the way they identify us is by color.
Right.
You can never look in a group and say those Jew, the Jew and the Polish dude and the Italian. You see all white people. They see us. They see these white noses. So ain't nobody gonna go and say the Italian. That's a white dude. Just like majority of our politicians. It ain't the German. It's the white dude.
Right.
You understand what I'm? So now y'all coming this time, Uncle Phil talking.
That's all.
Come on, it's just real talk, man.
Right.
Nobody's saying, oh man, he done hired the German. You think a white dude is going to be concerned about a German? Your average German, because you have black Germans also.
Right.
Black Germans. Well, you understand what
Dirt.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
that's
saying.
what I'm saying.
It's a game. That's a BS. That whole writing right there was a bull call.
This is my whole thing on it. You know, I mean, I get, I get the quote unquote argument, I suppose, though I don't agree with it. You know, hey, like I said, a good idea is a good idea, regardless of where it comes from. If they had any hand in the advancement of black people, then by all means they should be recognized as well.
Yeah.
My whole thing is this with us. Why are we fighting over Black History Month to begin with? Because in my honest opinion, Black history is American history.
Right.
The hell with the month. Just make us a part of the history.
Period.
Acknowledge the fact that we're part of the history. The hell with the month. You know,
I agree. The only reason why they keep going back and digging this Neanderthal up, is because they have not put the African in history at all. Our history is taught slavery, Harriet Tubman, Martin King, and not Barack Obama. Okay, no one talks about the University of Timbuktu, where when the European was in the dark ages, and then they came out with the rebirth, the Enlightenment, and you saw all these people sculpting and painting and philosophizing. But they learned it in Timbuktu, in a university in Africa that's been open for thousands of years. They went there to train. They didn't, and then they came out and came up with all this. So the only thing that blacks or Africans have at our disposal in order to teach our children is to stop reading American history books. We have to read our black authors. We have to read other books for our history, and then we have to teach them to our children.
Become students of world history as opposed to just American history. Because if you read American history as it stands, like you said,
they didn't kill the Indians.
It's like we just Black Americans as we know it just kind of started here. That's where our
we are a new racial group.
Right.
We're the youngest of all the people that are on this earth. We're the youngest group. We're only maybe 400 years old.
You say that as Black American?
As Black Americans, not as the African. But I'm talking about the culture of Black America, our music, that they steal our food, that they steal and give it back to us. They open up the goddamn cotton patch, and we running over there getting the same thing. Yeah, great, man. Come on, man. We running all over here getting the same shit everybody cooked our whole life. And then you got the white man talking about, my grandma used to cook collard greens like that. No, come on, man.
No, the lady that worked for your grandmama cooked them.
Yeah.
No, you took them over there to bed.
Right. We eat us some. Yeah. I get so tired of hearing that jive. I get so tired of listening to TV, and I hear these big old heavy bass lines, and I'm like, all right, and I see a bunch of white people dancing. Come on.
Yeah. That's just how it is.
Everybody, what Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't want to be a nigga.
Right. That's real. And like I said to my black folks, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because when it comes to race,
No,
I like good feel.
No, you good, man. Listen, I want you to bring your perspective. But again, you know, in this case, you know, sometimes, you know, I love my black folks. But sometimes we can just kill some shit. Hear it out. You know, see what it is.
Right.
Let that shit breathe.
And then say, now if you see it's not right, it's incorrect, you're trying to tell a different story than what it is, I get that. But we need to stop thinking we own.
Yeah.
We own it.
Yeah.
We own the blackness.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't own that.
Yeah.
Now we've created and we've established a lot that has been taken from.
Right.
But we don't own. You need to get at me. You should have got with us first.
Right. What is our?
Be thankful that somebody thought enough to say, you know what? Because maybe it was a black wife that said, baby, you know what? It might be a great idea. You know, we already have a black history, but why don't we tell a whole story?
Right.
Because if I'm only telling it from a black perspective and it was just black and the black folks of Wisconsin, but then I'm not telling that Sally Sue and her husband hiding.
Right.
Then am I really telling
the truth? Because they put themselves at risk as well.
Right. So, you know? And he talking about 10. Like, goddamn, it ain't like he talking 20.
Right.
Doing the whole
thing. It didn't say redo the whole damn thing. Nope, take all of these black folks.
He talking about just 10 folks.
10 folks.
Y'all bitching over 10. 10. Right. Like, come on, man. Just back off. Yeah. See it breathe. Like Brock said, man. See it do what it do.
Yeah.
And then if it needs to be corrected or saying, hey,
If you see some kind of stuff that you know was
Right.
some bullshit,
But-
then
but
say that's some bullshit.
sometimes we gotta find a
Everything
way
ain't no
in
bullshit.
our separateness and how we move to come together.
Right, right.
Here's another thing that's harder for us to come together. Me and Brock talk all the time. Now, another thing that makes it hard for us to come together as black people, because they try to group us all together. When the African was scooped out of the mother, everybody, all the African leaders wasn't selling all the criminals. That bullshit. But when they were out there scooping these Africans out, what they were doing was they were scooping out all these artists. They were scooping out teachers and professors, and you can see
Architects.
you can see it when you watch these children that grow up. But also, they were taking people from different countries and different languages. So when you say that I can't get along, niggas can never get along, well, we probably came from different countries. We spoke different languages, and just like white folks don't get along, you know. White folk, like I tell them about the crime that you 14% of the country, but you 40% of people in jail. It's no black on black crime is a myth.
Right.
It's black on black crime, white on white crime,
Right.
Chinese on Chinese, Mexican on Mexican. You don't see blacks killing white folks. You see the white folks killing blacks, police officers. You see the same foolishness that I saw in the 1960s. I still see now.
Right.
The cops, but in the 60s, I also saw the black cops killing blacks.
Well, yeah, but, and we know where that come from. That came with a level of trying to be accepted. Because you got cops now, they might not be killing black men, but it's, let me go a little bit harder on this black person I done pulled over because I don't want him to think no different than the job place. I don't want them to think I'm being easy because I'm black. You know, but like I said,
I mean, it's always a hop and bob in every narrative. I don't care what you say. I mean, I know Life was a movie and was meant for, you know, comedic purposes, but that character Hop and Bob is real. That is a real narrative that we do have to deal with and have dealt with since you know, our time in this country. So that's just what I was saying.
Yeah, but thank you, Master Allen, for picking who we should honor, sir.
Yeah, I read that bullshit.
Man.
You type that shit. I just say it on the show. I do. I talk like that. Sometimes when I'm being funny,
I
right?
love that, man.
I'm like,
So,
you that intelligent and you sitting in this office that you go talk some slave shit.
Right.
Yes.
To try to get your point through. And you probably thought when you was typing that shit.
You thought that's gonna This gonna get different. This gonna
I'm really
get
showing how to slave.
This gonna get different. Watch. Yeah.
Listen, I can tell you on the Petty Crew, we wasn't feeling that shit.
No,
not feeling it. Sometimes you gotta have a different view and look at it a different way. I love my black folks. I'm rocking my Kuta Kente. I told you everybody ain't bold enough to pull it.
You know I like it.
And
don't act like you didn't see the beats.
oh yeah, I already know that. You got your,
you
know, you come out of, you know, major, you know how we do. But you know, again, I get it. But we just gotta ease up sometimes. We can't be so hypersensitive.
Every damn thing.
Yeah, everything.
That me and Brock.
Why y'all didn't come to say something to us?
Yeah.
We the black delegation. We gotta see it first.
Yeah.
That's
Let
the
us
slave
tell
shit.
you. Yeah.
That it's okay.
Yeah. Come to Uncle Bubba. And
Oh, I got a good question for you.
what's up?
Who is the white leader? You know how they always say Jesse Jackson is the black leader and the Al Sharpton. Who is the? You ever heard them make reference to
They
white
don't need
leader?
one.
Thank you.
They don't need one.
Right, they go back to my point. I mean, you don't hold it. You don't own it.
Right.
You don't own it. And my thing is, if it's one white person who rolling with us, damn it, roll with him. See what it is.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Yeah, like damn, thank you. You don't want to run his ass out like
No.
man. Like I bet you he was laying up with his wife and shit. Maybe we already got a Black History Month. I think it's a good idea because you don't think his wife co-signed on
Because it
this shit
is
before
Black
he
History.
Oh, I'm absolutely
Yeah.
sure.
Black history is full of white people. I mean, you can't just eliminate them like you
just like
came up on
American
your own.
history is full of black people.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like
So we
you
can
gotta
We can't cry inclusion on one side and not
Exactly.
practice it on the other.
Exactly.
Bingo.
Exactly.
It don't work. You can't do it. And again, you know he have a black wife. He got to lay up with. You don't think that woman, who I'm sure is very
Would have
intelligent,
told him something.
to say, hell no.
Right. Jared just responded saying for the longest time, the white leader was Billy Graham.
Man, get your petty ass.
Jared is petty as hell.
On some religious shit, you know how they came on TV. Come on, he had shows and he was back in the day. You know, he was.
You know what Billy Graham was a G though, man. Billy Graham was running shit.
Yeah. Ranger Stadium back in the day.
Billy Graham.
Come on, man. Don't act like you ain't never seen no.
You know what?
Bull.
You saying he being petty? He might not. He might be on to something. Billy Graham had something going, man.
Yeah, he did. He had a nice little old following.
Yeah, man.
R.I.P. to Billy Graham and the white folks he was leading.
Oh,
but listen,
man.
you know what? We normally do KB Throwback Songs of the Day, but we got this thing rolling and we gonna keep it rolling. So we go bypass KB's Throwback Song of the Day, and again, when you got your own shit, when we have our own, we can change it up, and we do what we do, and we gonna keep this train rolling because I'm loving y'all conversation. Y'all on some shit. So we gonna go.
I'm always on some good shit.
So we gonna keep it moving, and we gonna jump into Odell Beckham.
Okay.
Let's go on and get his ass up out of here. And if we able to throw in, you know, the song, fuck it, we'll throw it in at the end. So Odell Beckham, you know, he was at, you know, for you guys who follow football, you know, Syracuse and Clemson and LSU just finished playing at the Sugar Bowl National Championship in New Orleans, Louisiana. And for you guys that don't know, Odell Beckham is
LSU
alumni of LSU. So of course he was able to get access. He
had a
granted
field
the right to give out luxury headphones to LSU. With that being said, man, he brought controversy on because this dumbass dude.
Thank you. Glad somebody
was recorded celebrating and saluting. If you hadn't watched the video, literally took out a wad of what's supposed to be cash. He's taking a couple of hundreds because I guarantee you they were hundreds.
Yeah.
And I was watching him, and it was anywhere from 5 to at least a 7, 8. A G. We're going to say a G. Because I was looking at him, and he was dapping up players.
In uniform. Confetti still falling.
Dude, everybody named mama following you. That caused the uproar. On top of that, outside of that, he's in the locker room. And I believe these young men were smoking. Now, I don't know because I didn't watch the video, but what happened is apparently they were either smoking cigars, which, you know, remember these dudes are no more than 20.
Anywhere between 17 and 21.
If 21. If your ass is still the
maybe you red shirted or I'm giving you a strong
21.
Right. Like you might have just turned 21 and you red shirted or some shit.
Right.
So 17 on the young end, 21 on the old.
Right. So you young and you really are straddling the fence of playing that smoking game. Now I don't know if it's
because then they just changed the laws.
We were. Remember they in Louisiana
smoking.
No, it was cigars.
Moved up to 21.
No, that was e-cigarettes.
That's
E-cigarettes, you got to be 21. You know, remember you 18 to smoke. Now you got to be 21.
Oh, okay.
So with that being said, you know, that was another part of the controversy because I seen Jameel Hill actually post the whole video and she was explaining what happened. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden you see on social media he has a warrant for his arrest. Sexual assault or whatever the fuck it was.
that issue.
Till I seen the damn story was like,
that was
watch the video. Because he hit an officer who was really messing with football players because it had something to do with smoking. Mm-hmm. And so to get the police off the football players' back, he popped one of the white police officers on the ass.
Now, a football pop, like
good
game.
Right. Not nothing sexy. Not nothing that would be like
Yeah.
really
Right.
co-signing,
I don't think you
stamp
yeah.
that gayness on him. You know, because he is a
I've been
little
going.
suspect. But that's neither here nor there. But in any case, he made the news. So with that being said, man, Sports Illustrated actually wrote an article, and it's very long, and so I'm just really not gonna get into this long ass article. But I am gonna hit on a couple of spots where they are talking about how about what happened. It says on Tuesday, LSU senior associate athletic director Robert Munson seemed to downplay Beckham's cash handout. Munson thought Beckham was only playing a joke. He noted that the bills appeared to be fake, but Munson cautioned that his staff would discuss the matter with Jefferson and Kirkland and figure out exactly what happened. The article goes on to say also that initial information, the statement read, suggested bills that were exchanged were novelty bills upon review. However, LSU athletics now believe that that was real cash. May have also been given to football players. LSU athletics also knows that its personnel have been in contact with the NCAA and SEC in order to rectify the situation.
And that's where the problem is.
Right. Now, I want to get to where what he was allowed to do real quick because this is a long ass article. It says impacting the LSU players, blah blah blah. Fuck it, if y'all see,
You talking about the headphones?
pop it up with the headphones thing.
All right,
Now,
long story short,
granted-
he was allowed to give. He was allowed to gift the entire roster with, I believe it was Beats wireless
right, Beats
headphones,
wireless
which
headphones.
he got permission, was able to do that. That was prior to the game, and that's honestly no different than anybody else who would be listed as a booster. When you go to a bowl game, you get all kind of gifts. It's
Hell yes.
if you go to a bowl game, you gonna get gifts.
Sweatsuits, watches, tennis shoes.
Right. I hope you get a lot.
Right.
Everything from, like I said, towels, watches, sweatsuits, shades, all kind of merch. So he got the green light to do that. And the way they were describing it, he had the green light to do this act of, for lack of a better term, of the handing out the money. Now, for them to sit there and say that, oh well, we thought it was fake money. It's Odell Beckham Jr. What is to lead you to believe that Odell Beckham is
Who was 27
right in the NFL
in the middle of a large contract negotiation?
is running around with fake hundreds to hand out on? No, they knew it wasn't fake. Let me just dive. My point of view is this. All right. Before anybody gets on they soapbox and start saying, in the chat or making comments, oh, these players deserve to get paid and all that. I agree with you. They at the very least deserve the right to be able to make money off of their namesake.
Like everyone else
or
is.
their likeness, whether it's autographs, whatever, fine.
Like everyone else
Exactly.
is.
Now, I do agree with that. However, semicolon, correct? However, semicolon. There are rules in place. We all know that there are rules in place. Whether you agree with the rules or not, they're in place. I believe that in the state of Texas, as vast as our highway system is, that we shouldn't have speed limits. But if my ass is driving 100 up 20 and I should so happen to get stopped,
Right.
I got to deal with the repercussions of that rule. So, I'm not saying that Odell Beckham should or shouldn't have given those players that money. What I am going to say is, don't do it on camera.
Right.
Oh, dumbass.
Right, come on.
Oh, dumbass.
And
Boy.
what frustrated me about it with Odell Beckham, because at that point I feel like he made it more about him than his university
Right.
or those players. Because two of the players I believe are going pro. There was a third player there, Chase, who is coming back because he's a sophomore. So you already know that the NCAA got a big deal about players receiving gifts.
Yeah.
You handing out money on the field while they're in uniform, cameras everywhere. Now, somebody I had a conversation with, they was like, oh man, that's just Odell Beckham, man. You know how he is. He's saying fuck the system. All right, cool. That's cute. It is easy for me to say fuck the system when I am not the one that has to deal with the repercussions.
Right. I'm no longer in the system.
Right. So he doesn't have to deal with the repercussion of that.
Right.
if the NCAA wanted to come down on that, even the players that are graduating, they ain't got to deal with it. But the university can get investigated.
Right.
The players that if there was a player that received money that has to come back, or that's coming back, that player may get suspended. So now what? Because you wanted to go up there and show you Odell and I'm finna throw these hundreds here. You deserve it. Thank you. You won the game.
And this
blah,
is
blah,
your
blah, blah.
alumni.
Now watch this.
Right.
You made it about you and could have potentially fucked your school and the players that are coming back. Now, would the school get hit big time? Maybe, maybe not. If they hit them like they've done, schools here as of late, they could potentially lose a scholarship. Any players that are still on the team may have to sit out a year or get suspended for multiple games. And they could potentially get a bowl ban for a year or two.
Yeah, at a minimum of 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, some people say, "Oh, that's not a big deal." And again, a conversation I had with another one of my friends, he was like, "Oh man, well, losing a scholarship." I said, "Dude, that's gonna hurt somebody because that's a scholarship that somebody could have been taking." Oh well, if a scholarship to LSU, they got a scholarship to somewhere else. Yeah, you're right. But now, if they're a better player than somebody who was filling that scholarship, they get bumped.
Right.
And eventually, it's gonna affect somebody who was just barely getting into some school
Watch this.
who can't get in.
You're on scholarship. Let's hit that since they're missing the whole point and it's effective. And I'm going to mention one place. Reggie Bush.
Wow.
Thank you. Reggie Bush is a prime example of what B is talking about. Now, he got out of the league. They ended up finding out that his ass had already flunked shit. Fuck, what, a year ago? Whatever it was. All them records he broke, and he was playing all that dynamic football when his ass was really ineligible after the second game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have had that great season where he won the Heisman Trophy, which they took from him anyway. They scratched all his records. Now, he don't give a damn because I'm in the league now.
Yeah, he in the league.
But who suffered
at
the end? USC. They were banned for 5 years. They lost 10 scholarship a year. Who in the hell did play at USC after the NCAA put all them sanctions on their ass? You can't name one player.
They still recovering from that.
They're just now because they just now able to play in the bowl game.
Right.
Just last year. Last year before last.
I would say of recent history, Juju. That's about the one. That's the one player that I can think of from USC. Right off the top of my head.
Right.
Recently.
That's what I'm saying. So his actions have repercussions that will last for a long time.
For somebody else, he ain't the one who got to deal with it.
Now watch this, and here's what's crazy. If you guys have read the article, and in this case, it got to be the white boy who got to fuck it up. So he appeared on the show. It says, while appearing on the Barstool Sports Pardon My Take on Wednesday, Tigers quarterback Joe Burrow, the presumptive number 1 pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, told host Dan Katz that Beckham handed him real money after the game. That's all I got. Burrow, who is 23 years old, senior, didn't believe it was a big deal since the handout occurred after the game had ended. By that point, Burrow stressed he was no longer a student athlete, but instead an NFL draft pick.
A prospect.
Let's stop. Because you don't know if your ass is really. Okay,
he probably will.
He probably but technically he might have still been a student of the university.
No, he ain't.
No, technically. You're talking about technically.
All right, I'm going to hit you with this. Whether it was technically or not him being a student, the fact of the matter is he is a representative of the university because he had the fucking jersey on.
Right. You had to use it. Yeah, you had the jersey on. So, come on, white boys. You got to stick together with your brothers. Like everybody's saying.
Man,
it's
money.
That
was monopoly money.
Right, it's fake money. Here go yo, I don't give a damn ass. I'm going to the league anyway.
They're like, hey, that money was real, and I spent it.
Yeah, right.
White boys who play on football teams with Negroes. Stick together.
That's Denied.
You don't see nobody else saying it was real.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I
if you
threw
did,
it away.
so
It was
now
fake.
the game got to be played with LSU
He didn't
because
even have
if he
to
would
say
have said
that
it was
because nobody
fake,
even saw him receive money.
because even if he
Yeah,
would have said
nobody
it was
saw
fake,
it.
nobody knew what it was real. But if you would have said it's fake,
Everybody
Now,
says
one thing I can say, I mean, it was, at least the last couple of days, Joe Burrow about that money because he's already put out a statement. They said, "Hey, do you mind who you get drafted by?" He said, "I get drafted by anybody who's gonna pay me."
right?
So
Yeah, well, he about that money. He probably come out of Iowa. You
no,
know,
he's from Ohio.
Okay, let's even worse.
Say,
Have you been to Ohio?
Yeah, I think he's from Akron too.
That's
You
what my
should know,
son
man.
did.
Listen,
My
I
granddad
told you I've
did.
been all across this country and I've been out in all these little cities. Oh, ain't shit in Ohio outside
Really
of
ain't
Ohio
nothing
State.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing there but little ass farms and towns you drive through. We were just watching a documentary yesterday on
The
Netflix.
Vero cheer.
Navarro Bulldogs in this
Yeah.
bitch.
Top rated.
We stopped
But you know what's in Corsicana?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Fruitcakes. Yeah,
Fruitcakes.
fruitcakes.
Fruitcake, because she was like, you know,
We should go. Let's
Corsicana
drive.
is the what's that? The number
Fruitcake
one.
capital in the
Fruitcake
world.
capital of the
Fruitcake
world.
I say-
the fruitcake capital of the world.
Yeah.
Of
Yes.
the world.
I say,
All the
listen.
fruitcake you see is all coming
Comes out of
Coming out of Corsicana, right across the
I
street
just-
from where I pick up
I mean,
at
it comes
an
out of
HEB.
Corsicana.
Wow.
I say, but do you know how big that town is?
200 million fruitcakes.
Listen, you go
Somebody
45,
Yeah.
Pun intended.
you go 45 south, you go and take that exit to Corsicana.
Yeah,
Because you've
fruitcake.
never been through that bitch, it's just one way.
Yeah.
You drive too far, you go out of
Palestine.
Corsicana.
Yeah.
It has one high school. That's it.
You drive too far, you're gonna end up in hurt.
Yeah, your ass
Yeah.
drive too far, you in a whole little another town.
Right.
That's it. Exit off, you go shop on the left.
Wendy's over there. And,
That's it. I told her, she was like, we need to go visit. I say, see what?
Go do what? Get the fruitcake from the
Yes.
source.
Eat from
No.
eat fruitcake.
I said, we
ain't
go
never
get some
had
ice
no
cream or
fruitcake
something.
I like that.
Russell Stover.
I told her she be the only one eating some fruitcake around this bitch because I ain't.
All right, hold on. I
With
got
a lot of
too.
rum in it.
Before we
I
get back
love
on
it.
Odell, do black folks really eat fruitcake like that?
I do.
Hell no.
Bahamians do.
I used to eat. I was about the only one in my family used
I
to eat.
love it with
So
You
you
know, it's
proving
not
my
only
point.
Right, you know this house only two old in this goddamn conversation. I guarantee
I
you
love
we did
it with
another poll.
coffee in the morning. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
we might
eat
have to do
a
another
whole
poll.
Yeah, no we don't. I already know that. It's gonna be
Fact,
so
look, I'm
This gonna be
my cousins
small.
involved.
But they just go to show you as nationally known as
Ohio.
right or Navarro in the case of my example, you know, other than that it ain't shit. It
They
ain't
make
nothing
some
there.
bagging ass fruitcake for the people who eat fruitcake.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean they kicking
And
them
they
out.
cheer.
And
So
so
and they cheer.
I was like,
Oh, fruitcake.
no, we ain't trying to go visit nothing, right?
I wanna go to
But again, nah, we good.
Yeah,
Like I said, we go for some ice cream. We can go to bowl.
and fruitcake.
They got a bowling alley. Outside, we can watch
He
some
said
good football.
Bowling Alley.
Yeah, they have one. Hey, listen, everything is on the same strip. Either you shopping on the left or the right. You ain't going nowhere else to buy nothing.
Do they at least got one whole stoplight? Not just that flashing light where it's
No.
yellow and then the
Nah,
red
they got
going that
stoplight.
way.
54,000 people in Corsica.
I'm willing to bet that probably a third of that is college student stuff.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah. I told her you talk about them so, cause she ain't been. I'm like, dude, it ain't outside of that
There's
little
24,000
downtown.
people on this side of town.
But you really what they
There are
doing
more
is they
students
kind
than
of little
they
they
yeah.
kind of little bitty ass areas. You know what I'm saying? And adding in the Corsicana. Hell nah. The city, and I give them 12,000.
No, 21.
You know, but like I said,
That's an old census.
yeah, old.
That's an old census.
Well, we do have
You know,
a census.
But
folks
again,
don't-
on Odell, man, you know,
Stop being an attention whore, Odell.
yeah, you know, you already a little suspect.
Look.
I'm tripping on him talking.
Yeah, and while Silver over here thinking, you know, this is really about him right now at this moment.
Nah, Silver co-signed. He said Odell is the attention whore too.
Yeah, fruitcake. How
Yeah,
about that?
Talking about that fruitcake.
And he damn near co-signed. But in any case, bro, you know, you thought about yourself. Like I said, I'm still wondering why would the NCAA allow him, out of all the celebrities we have, who are way more major than he is, who show up to to bowl games. Let's not act like Deion Sanders and Florida State was in the bowl, a major. But Deion Sanders have enough class to say, you know what? Why should I have to do that when they already supply this shit? Now they might not do
the headphones. No, the head. I didn't have an issue with the headphones. He got permission for that. That was a clean exchange. But the whole thing after the game and and slapping him, and he was making it about him. And it's like, dude, you really are putting potentially the university as well as some of those players that they got to come back in jeopardy. For what? I'm not, like I said, whether you want to give them the money or not, whatever. Do that shit in the tunnel, man, where the cameras ain't. Do it in the locker room before the media is allowed in. Whatever. But you don't gotta do. It was confetti still coming down. Cameras was in his face. Like, you either dumb as hell or you super don't give a fuck.
Right.
Well, in this case, I'm going to agree with you with this statement that you make, B-Rock. It's both. In this case, it's both because you have to be a damn fool and at the same time not give a damn.
Yeah. About who's going to be affected by this.
Because at the game, you're the most popular person.
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have had cameras on your ass. You were the most popular person at the game.
I would argue from a football standpoint, he was the most popular LSU alum that was on the field at that moment.
Right. This your ass. They watching.
Right.
You can see in the camera of people with their phone.
Yeah. With their phone. Hell, you can see from the video, it was other cameras.
Wow.
Like, come on, man.
So
we
listen,
can't do that.
ODB. I did say that right. Odell.
Beckham. Yeah.
OBJ.
Yeah, OBJ.
Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah. I thought, think about that. Playboy, man, you got to get your shit together. That's why you ended up on the shitty ass team like Cleveland Browns. Your numbers was down because you reap what you sow. If you put out their BS, it's gonna come back to you one way or other. Damn that money. I know at the end of the day, you are champions. You come from winning, and it's probably no fun not winning. It's just really what it is. I get you getting the check, but But with that being said, man, we gonna keep it moving. We are now at Petty Album. Oh, Lonnie Love, I'm sure you guys have.
Lonnie Love.
Oh, Lonnie Love, old thick ass comedian, Lonnie Love, who stirred some feathers, who ruffled some feathers, in some comments she made about black men.
Don't know how to have true, faithful
Black men. The reason why she gave her reason, and I guess apparently she was talking for black women, who gave her reason why black men are not faithful. And I'm trying to pull the articles because I shared with you guys a video, and I'm trying to find the article that talks.
So while you doing that, I'll pull up the video. Want to hear it? Here it go.
Are you gonna play it? I mean, because I can play the video.
I can play the audio too.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The audio. Hold on. Oh, see, this is a story about her in interracial relationship. Is it gonna be loud? If not, I'll play it on. Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
play it.
Here we go.
Have money because they have.
Here we go.
Speak for the black community, but I do think that a lot of black men, they really don't know how to have true, faithful relationships. They think because they have money, because they have power, that they can treat women any kind of way.
Why do you love the same thing?
And that is something we need to work on. We need to work on it. That and power does not mean that you can just do whatever
I think
you want to
sadly
do.
in so many cultures that is the whole machismo thing, like that goes across the board. But I'm gonna
No,
say
it's not across the board because what is happening is that we are still dealing with the point of slavery, and we are descendants of slavery. And because our families were broken up, we still do not have an idea of how to have together the families because our families were broken up.
Yeah,
and until we really start, I don't speak for the.
All right. Again, you know, we had this conversation about Lunny Love, and we thought it was worth talking about because we admire the fact, and we don't have a problem with people getting in interracial relationships. You know, if you find love, you find love. Uh, if it happened to be somebody of a different race, you know, so be it. I'm 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 not so black that I say I don't like you because your black card is revoked. I'm not like Brother Omar Johnson who just tell you straight up if your ass is married to a person of a different race, you ain't got shit to say. I ain't that I ain't like that
Nah.
because a lot of those people who are in interracial relationships did great things in the civil rights movement, and then that would be like me saying,
And their partners did as well.
right? That would be like me saying, well, let me throw both of y'all ass in the trash and y'all contributions because you didn't marry a black woman or you didn't marry a black man.
Right.
So Lonnie Love, you guys heard her take on black men. First and foremost, as I told people who were watching before the show, I did go to Twitter and just told her, you know what, you just need to shut the fuck up. Why don't you be more concerned with why black women are unable to be married or why black men are not wanting to marry black women than to hold a conversation about black men and their ability to be monogamous in a relationship. Some things are easy targets. Black men are one of them. It is easy to go after the black man
That's real tough.
versus address issues facing black women. So let's listen about what I just said. Willie D said something as well, and I'm going to repeat what he said. But now that I'm thinking about it, why she didn't take the opportunity to address black women on a show with
All women?
Yeah.
dealing with women? Because
I think in her mind that was her addressing women's issues. In her,
okay, in her mind. We'll go roll with her mind because to me, I'm thinking, well, why didn't you take this opportunity to address black women and maybe look at the issues of reason why black women are not getting married? Why? Like I said, my first thing is that it's easy to talk about a black man.
You know, I was reading this thing on Facebook about a month ago, and the thing said referred to something like black men ain't shit, and it said under that it said, well, black women start raising your boys to be the black men you want to be. The only way we're getting all these black men who ain't shit is because most of them are being raised in one parent homes by. That's some heavy stuff. When I read that, I said, that's real.
Listen, since you done started that train, no, we ain't gonna go there because we gonna stay on topic.
Yeah, but we need to
watch this though. It's funny you said that because I saved the article that we're gonna get to Sunday after next because next Sunday is the good doctor's birthday.
That's what I'm talking about.
Next Sunday, Silver will be getting baptized now.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's busy Sunday.
Really not for me, but like, well, hello, it's my birthday.
I understand.
I just hope,
I do too.
you know, maybe somebody decide to go live or something or take it upon themselves since they do have access to the platforms like everybody else. If nothing else, they can record it. Just to give something again, you know, step out. And I'm praying and I'm asking that God touch somebody. But with that being said, it's funny that you said that because I say the article that says black women create the men they complain about.
That's right.
That go along with what you just said. And I said, you know what? I was going to say that story for down the line. And so you literally just said exactly that. And so that's going to be a topic. But let's get back to the old Lonnie Love. Oh, Lonnie Love.
All right, so I have a question for everybody. Do you think that there is accountability issue. And what I mean by that is this: you said, how come she didn't take the opportunity to speak rather than speak on black men's shortcomings and indiscretions? Why didn't she take that opportunity to speak on women? Do you think that there is an accountability issue amongst black women as a collective, and that it's easier to be the victim of than it is to look in the mirror and say, "Hey, we do this shit too"?
That should be addressed to a black woman.
Well, I'm asking. I said everybody. I want to know
Well,
everybody.
I can't.
Actually,
It's just
you
like
can.
we talk.
No,
talk
you
about
can,
abortion.
because I tell-
have no idea.
No, in this case, I would say, because the difference in what I was talking about earlier about what I don't say.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
just asking
I-
the question.
I don't tell black women how they should be.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't. In other words, you know how you might run across a
saying
woman.
her opinion of what she.
Oh yeah,
thinks.
most definitely she gonna
But
get
what
that.
about Lonnie? What Lonnie said, and include what Brock just asked.
I'm just curious to know. I'm curious to know how people feel. Is there an accountability
It
thing?
would be, yeah. What do you think about the accountability?
I think there are segments of black women who are taking accountability, and when I say segments, meaning maybe a certain age demographic. I think there's a certain age demographic of black women that are taking accountability.
All them hot girl summer chicks.
Mm-hmm.
There is a certain age group, so there's a certain segment of women who are saying it's not all him. Some of this is me. Now there are certain segments of women who are like, all black men cheat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, they're called the black feminists.
right. So I feel like maybe there's one thing when you talk about men cheating, and maybe it's because you're relating a personal experience,
Mm-hmm.
but to encompass and say all. And my beef
That's
is
so broad.
my beef is you dating a white man. Sit down,
Whoa.
have several seats.
Watch this.
Not saying,
go be.
not saying that she didn't have an opinion, but
Right.
You know
like
what?
you can't hold
I'm
too
not even
much
going.
water because
I'm
you're
not
dating
even
a
going
white
to do that.
man.
I'm not going to do that.
No, you're dating
But
a
did
white
y'all
man.
catch what happened in the audio? That see, I just caught it.
Hmm.
Remember when if you were listening, the
One of them
chick said,
tried to say all.
right?
Yeah,
the
she was
chick
like, no
said-
one
That's the new.
Yeah.
That's the new.
Yeah.
The new girl, Amanda.
Yeah,
right.
she
So
tried
the
to say
chick
all.
said,
Right.
"Wait a
She was
minute,
like,
no."
nope.
That's
Well, right.
She said,
right.
She wants
All
to
"See,
say
my
races do
problem
right. We
is-
all give the discussion. Well, I'm not speaking on behalf of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But what
But
you
you're
was
dating
not-
a
But
white
you getting ready to
man.
say all behalf
You're
of
right.
right." And
She
see,
was
what
saying
old girl
all
tried to
females
say
is what I was
was,
Right.
she tried to stop and say, "No,
A lot of men are
what you
all
talking about
races too.
is all men."
Right.
Right.
That's what you really saying. But then
Right.
when you corrected her and said, "No,
No,
now
I'm-
I want to
she's
address
trying-
black men."
Right.
Right.
See, right then and there, because see, to me, it ain't, I get you dating a white dude. I would say on that is that you were comfortable enough to say it
Mm-hmm.
because of your platform.
Right.
Not the white dude she with, but because of the media company that runs your show, who happen to be white. So you were comfortable enough in that
That's real
platform to shoot at us.
Right. But see, the reason I bring up the whole accountability thing and looking in the mirror and just that narrative constantly being painted is this. Now, I'm pretty sure I know your answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask anyway. That song with Charlamagne and Lil Duval, Black Men Don't Cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, as a woman, do you have an issue with that song?
No.
All right. I know a lot of women that do. Hey, you can post up a meme on Facebook, and women will go in on this meme. Black men don't cheat. What you mean black men don't cheat? Da, 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 da. Y'all ain't shit. Niggas do this, niggas, blah, 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 blah. And my point is this. And I've asked some black women this, why is that song such a hard spot for you? Why does that song piss you off so much? Because it ain't true in the person that it's coming from. Alright, fine, let's forget all of that. Because people can change.
Yes.
So, if he's grown and changed,
Which he
then
said
great.
he has.
But even if he hasn't, since we want to talk about narratives being painted,
Mm-hmm.
what if this catches some 12-year-old little boy's ear, And he's like, hey, I remember hearing this song, Black Men Don't Cheat. When I grow up and be a black man, I'm not going to cheat. If it changes something in the narrative, what's the problem with it?
Yeah.
Why is that particular phrase, black men don't cheat, such a sore spot for so many black
Because
women?
if they're not cheating, then we'd have to come up with another reason as to why we're not getting chosen, or why things are so dysfunctional between us.
Or I go
Right
back
now,
to
right now, that's the
Right.
number one reason
Right.
as to why things are the way that they are.
Well, then that
would
go
between
back to-
us.
And I'm not
Well,
saying
you know,
big
they're
up in that.
cheating. That's why I'm as masculine as I am,
Right.
because I have to be in control.
And I'm not sitting here trying to paint the picture that his song is a law either. What I'm saying is, it's a song. And people, I'm not going to say men cheat, women cheat, people cheat.
Right.
People cheat.
Right.
And that's just a fact of life. But that particular song seems to be very much so a hot button for a lot of black women, and I still to this day don't fully understand why.
well, first and foremost, let me say I've never heard the song. I've seen it, but I've just never really wanted to hear it.
It's cheesy as hell.
Right, I'm like
it is-
Lil Duval and Charlamagne. I'm like, you know what?
No,
I know
it-
it's gonna be corny as shit.
Oh,
Right.
it really is, but it
they're
is a
trying
hot
they're
button.
trying to change
So,
the narrative.
But I will say this, and it's funny we mentioned this accountability because I had this conversation at my mama's, and you know I said it. You know, again, it goes back to a narrative where Lunny was really comfortable doing what everybody already do is shoot at us.
Mhm.
It was comfortable. And as long as I continue to push a narrative that and give every reason why black men do everything and not look at us, all I'm doing is continue the narrative, which leads to what I'm not accepting is accountability. That's why it's okay. Women think it's cute or say it's funny when a woman get into a physical altercation with a man. Let's say she hit him.
Mhm.
The first thing a broad go
Yeah,
do is
that's
say
another thing. Go ahead.
he must have did something.
Mhm.
Now, on the reverse side of it, because we're talking accountability, which a lot of the truth is, a lot of black women are not taught accountability because the narrative. Let on the flip side something happen in the same situation and a man turns around and hit her. Then it's go to jail. Then it's you shouldn't have never done it. Then that's where you hear you're less than a man. You're everything. But what's the difference other than gender?
But here's this, and there I'm gonna add to that and bring it back to the cheating aspect of it. The same rules apply on that because if a man cheats, then niggas ain't shit, and he cheated, and so on and so forth. He a dog. He pick the pick the adjective used to describe it. But if a woman cheats more often than not, her female cohorts will respond, well, what did he do? Or, oh, well, he cheated, so you should have cheated. There's always an excuse.
Well, not only that, I use the word.
There's always an excuse to support it if the shoe is on the other foot. If a man cheats, he just instantly ain't shit.
Mhm.
But if a woman cheats, it's
She had a reason.
She had a reason. He should have been giving you what you needed, girl. It's
Well,
okay. Or
What do you call it when you skim over something? I use the word all the time. It starts with a D. You know how it's minimized. Let me say.
yeah.
Let me use it for right now. It's minimized for a woman. It's whereas again, we go put that scope on you, that magnify. We're gonna magnify you, but then it's like
you're gonna dilute it a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it does go back to the boils down to excuse, but again, even in this conversation, also is that in this case, honestly, your reasoning is not factual. There's nothing that you said that supports your thought. Again, you can have any type of opinion you want. What do you have to sit on for that thought? Where did you get that from? Is it a study of it?
As far as her and how she relates black men
to
being serial cheaters, which is
To
basically what she
slavery.
said. To I think what she was trying to do is talk about the breakdown of the black home throughout
Right.
slavery. I get where she was trying to
I
go with
understand
it.
that too.
All right, case of, I think everybody here is either read or familiar with the Willie Lynch letter, and it talks about how to break down people, but it also talks about how to break down the home. What you do to break down the home is you take the man, which is viewed as the strength out of the home. You physically assault that man to the to a point to where he's beaten to a pulp in front of the woman to take away his strength. Then you take the man out of the house by working him a ridiculous amount of hours, and then when he comes home, all he has the strength to do is eat, go to sleep, and then get up and do it again. And then you extrapolate that out over generations, and theoretically speaking, what you get is a woman who is seeing what she viewed as strong beaten to a pulp. So when she has kids, if she were to have a son, she would teach that son to be more passive than his father, so that hopefully he doesn't get beaten to a pulp. And if she has a daughter, she teaches that daughter to be what? Independent, because the man ain't gonna be there no way. Now, there's a reason behind it, but again, if you just fast forward a few hundred years, I think that's what she was trying to get out of it, but she did not describe that well.
What's up?
I got
What's up,
something to
Uncle?
say about the good doctor, what she said about the black woman who is not marryable, or the black woman that, because it's a point that black women don't marry, and black men usually don't marry black women. And the point
That's not true.
Hold on, man. I'm talking about it as a whole. All these black babies that's out here. So the point I want to make is this: most people who get married, especially men, we like to marry and create our own dynasty. Most of available young black women, especially in the community, have already got a kid, and then some have multiple kids.
Mm-hmm.
And some men don't want to procreate with the woman that has kids, so that comes to that's an unavailable source. Yeah, your second source is the young men that are at home looking at whatever's on TV, following these shows, these reality shows that don't work. But these are the men that she has to select from for her to be the father of her children.
Right.
If not the father of the children, these are guys she has to select from for her sexual need.
Right.
And she ends up pregnant. So what I'm thinking, part of it is the home that already has a bunch of children in it. And like, hey, look, man, I don't want to.
Right. And like I said,
So that's part of it, I think.
yeah. I mean, my thing is
Some of it's ratchet.
no. I agree. What I'm thinking about is I'll go back to what B Rock was really
Exactly what he
alluding
just-
to about accountability. But again, I just threw out there, which led to that whole part of the conversation is why do you not take opportunity on the platform you own to
Now,
address-
you didn't say that what I just said. Like even the baby daddies that are constantly coming over to the house
right
when you're supposed to be dating, and there's like three
now?
niggas
Now,
been there that
here's
week.
my thing is
Them uncles that we
Yeah, been there that week. Some niggas
Yeah.
already
If-
been over
if-
there, and they each got a baby.
I believe in her case, and the reason why a lot of black people who on social media or on these type of platforms that are owned by white mainstream media don't do it is because of a backlash. Like,
Let her get it.
right, like
Which
if
makes
she
sense to
did
me.
that and
I
talk
think
from that aspect as a black woman talking to black women on a total different conversation.
She wouldn't have any viewers.
Her ass wouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
And so again, it comes
But
full
like you
circle.
said, black women are the
Everybody's
easy prey.
It's everybody's watching the video, and it ain't just black women.
Right, that's what I'm
And they're
saying.
saying, yeah, Lonnie said that because
That's
them
right.
niggas is lazy.
Yeah.
They don't work. And
Yeah.
boy get 400 years of free work.
So
Yeah,
now,
you lazy.
B brought up a whole great scenario where she was trying to go, and like I said, I listened to it, which I shared the video, but I watched the video, and I'm sitting up here like, I still couldn't connect it because your reason is off. That's why I was like,
No,
yeah.
I agree. I'm not. What I'm saying is typically when people try to paint the whole black relationship narrative in conjunction with the pitfalls of slavery, that's where they're trying to go. And she just did a horrible job.
Yeah, she did a horrible job. So that's what I'm saying. I get it. I didn't get it because you didn't even try to allude to it that way.
Nah,
you were
she
just
did.
like, because black men in history. Okay, but in slavery. Okay, what about it? See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, what about it?
She didn't do a deep dive.
Yeah, you didn't.
Just watch
Somebody that's watching really didn't get nothing from it. All you just said was, black men can't be monogamous or cheat because years of slavery.
Yeah.
Okay, make that correlation. Make it connect.
Right.
Where does it come from? Truthfully, again, that's still not a conversation that a black woman can have about a black man. Because as a black man, we have many reasons why we cheat.
Yeah.
It has absolutely nothing to do with slavery.
And really, that's hell. I'll take it a step further. Let's not even say that black men have reasons why they cheat. People,
Right.
period.
Now, for the sake of here, we talking about.
Yeah, but I hate that narrative.
Yeah, my thing is.
Yeah, I hate that she painted that broad stroke that, like, basically saying that black men are. She almost made it seem like we were genetically incapable.
It's that
Right.
Yeah.
She stood up.
But
Listen,
that's
the minute
beast that likes to have sex that they've been
Yeah.
the
teaching
minute
about
she
that
stopped those
black
girl,
man, they just
the minute she stopped those girl,
Hey, I
She
was like,
stamped
whoa.
It works like
the
that.
minute she stopped those girl on
55,
that in that audio, she stamped. I'm the speaker of this
Right.
because the other
Even
chick
though
tried
I
to
know
be-
the truth. Even though she started it by saying, I'm not the speaker of this.
right, but you corrected somebody who tried to add something to what you tried to say. And you said, no, this is what it is. No, that ain't. Like I said, now some things I'm just not gonna say. I'm just not gonna say because I don't have that knowledge of it like
Right,
that.
right.
I don't walk in that lane
Mm-hmm.
because again, I would love to ask her like, well, let's have a different conversation. Well, tell us how a black woman is supposed to be. How is a black woman is supposed to be in a relationship or anything else? Now, what I notice is the fumbling because we're too busy trying to tell us about black men, what we do, what we don't do. Because that was almost like mother life. What we do and don't do. This is the reason why you
But
do.
that's the Oprah Winfrey thing. She's telling all of these married women about marriage, and she's never been married.
Right.
So it's the same foolishness this lady's talking about. She doesn't know about all black men. Maybe it's experiences that she had.
Right.
With the men.
Bingo.
Right. That might have been the way it was.
And I've
Maybe
had
they
that
cheated because
exact.
of her big mouth, or maybe they wanted to even spend no time with her. Maybe her coochie wasn't good. Maybe it's a whole list of reasons why
your ass got cheated
Right.
on.
Right.
You can only talk about why you got cheated
right.
on.
Personal life.
And I think we've all said this to a person at least once in our lives. Oh, well, niggas ain't shit. No. Maybe just the niggas you fuck with.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I'd had somebody say that on my page before. No, the dudes you talk to and
That's
shit.
exactly right.
The dudes you talk to treat you a certain type of way. That ain't every dude. Maybe you might need to change your circle of surroundings.
Right.
Maybe you might need to change what you're attracted to.
Your tactics.
Right.
Where you doing your hunting at?
See, my thing, right. If your hunting is trying to select between the niggas in your hood, and you know what is a product of your hood, you can't talk because your hood is small.
Right.
Man, me and Leilani had this conversation. Damn, I just said you. Me and the good doctor. I think I've said it before. Me and the good doctor then had this conversation that I tell all the time. I don't hunt and fool with folks in my area.
No.
I've been upfront about that. I don't fool with people in my organization. I said I probably dated 2 chicks in high school that went to my school because I was dealing with chicks.
Venture it out.
That's just my MO. I say now think about it. You're living proof of it in a byproduct of how I move because your ass is all the way from West Palm Beach, Florida. I could have settled down with any of them by the end of work who I was dating here.
Right.
But I chose.
And you would have got here results.
Right.
More often than not.
That's what I'm saying. And so you can only talk on your experience. That's the only place you can come from.
Mm-hmm.
That's like me trying to say, and I said this to somebody, that's like me saying, well, all black women ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just based off
Yeah.
the
All
few
the- yeah.
that ain't been shit.
Right.
Right. Cause I
all black women, you know, black women, they just silly just because. Now I'm talking from a place of ignorance.
Right.
Now I can say, and what I will say is, well, some of the women that I fool with,
Right. But the
now
moment you
speaking
say
from some
all,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
the moment you say all,
or hell, if you don't even say y'all, the moment you say y'all,
yep.
Yeah.
that's why on this show, just so you know, Uncle Phil, you know, what's understood don't need to be said. We're never blanketing
No.
everybody.
No, because I've dated a lot of ratchet black women. I'm talking real talk. And because I liked the ratchet women at one time. And there's no way I could have met my wife if she was ratchet. I'd have never married her.
Already.
I just.
So it took
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah,
It took some
I grew up in the
accountability.
hood and I was picking these
Watch
women
this.
that I was used
Watch
to.
this. So it
Yeah.
took accountability as a
Yes.
black man
Yeah.
to say,
In order to
But you
grow,
know some real talk? Before I met my wife, I said I am not going to date any more black women. I'm going to date a white woman or a Mexican. I'm going to show you how foolish it was. That's because I was dating all the ratchet black women.
right.
But this one I found,
What did I say? It goes
she
back
got
to
it going
what
on
Big Rock
growth.
said.
I
You took
stopped
accountability
I
though.
stopped moving around from
In
where I
my
was
circle,
and I went
yeah.
somewhere
Right.
else.
Yeah.
But you took accountability.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
mine.
Big Rock.
Yeah, my crazy.
So in saying that, and we go in the show, man,
I
you
tell
know,
y'all them stories. Y'all love it.
what I would like to see from black women, and y'all watching on social media, and I'm sure you go hear it in the live stream, and please forgive me if I'm behind on uploading the goddamn live stream. This will make 4 shows that I'm going to have to upload, so just
they
forgive
coming,
me.
y'all. They coming.
Right, they
Yeah.
coming. If the intro and all that is short in the description, that's just because of me. Literally, I just upload that shit all at one time. But in any case, you're gonna hear it. But I'm gonna wrap it up. You know, I would say if you do something different, you'll probably get something
That's
different.
right.
It's easy, Lunny Love and women like Lunny Love to shoot at us. In the same token, what you can't do is say is that black women are the most targeted. What's that shit they say? Black women are the most.
Oh man,
You know what I'm talking about? They the most targeted on social media and all this other shit. And you can't hold that argument at the same time when you always make it easy to shoot it up.
Yeah.
In this case, you know, Lunny Love, you know, on this one, you know, stay in your lane. Holding the conversation on black men and not speaking the real truth about black men.
Right.
You just not intelligent enough to hold that conversation.
You just
Stay
can't
in
make
your
blanket
lane.
statements.
Just
like
can't
that.
make generalizations.
Right.
You know.
You can't do that. And again, you can't get defensive when you in the public eye.
That's right.
Folks go shoot at you
I
at your
mean,
ignorance.
you can, but it just don't typically work out.
Yeah, you know, right. It just don't work out. You know, go on and take the heat, eat it up. You have a show and a platform. You can always come back and fix it, right? You can do that. That's why we have
She don't
shows.
strike me as a fixed. I think she's standing on what she said.
Yeah, she has to now.
Well,
No, not really, but you know, she's going to.
What happened?
yeah, you know that
Well,
pridefulness,
she's just not gonna say I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Right.
right? Which will go back to that's just like me saying black
And-
women
and-
are prideful.
No, isn't I'm sorry a form of accountability?
Yes,
I just thought I'd
right.
throw
And,
that out there.
and lastly, on that accountability again, it's about accountability. Why don't you? I can get if you was preaching accountability,
Yeah.
or coming from a place of accountability and speaking about black men, because we all need to be held accountable. Ain't nobody above accountability. So you know, again, Lunny Love, I'm gonna say it again, man. Stay in your lane, and a lot of us feel like it. Stick to comedy. Stick to what you know.
She was really funny though.
I wouldn't go see. I didn't know she was a comedian until Willie D said something. I just, you know, just thought she was like an actress or somebody who was on TV or some shit.
Just tell us about your dating a white man story.
I like to hear that.
Or talk about how you just never ran across black men that liked you enough to marry you.
Just tell us about dating a white man story.
Extra.
Dang.
Just stick with what
No,
you
come
know.
on now, let's keep it 100.
That's quite
Look,
Just know.
Well,
just
I would like
I
to
said
know,
this
like,
shit on social media. Let's
stick
keep
with
it.
what you know.
Did we have
I
this
would like to
conversation
know
before?
We did.
No, just talk about why black men And what about you? Black men didn't see in you enough to marry you or to be engaged.
Or vice
to you.
versa. Yeah.
Because then you would be speaking
everybody
and
got a
talking in your
reason.
life.
No, well,
I'm not trying to be hard,
Yeah,
but
let's hear your stuff. Yeah.
I'm not being
like
mean.
I was talking about the black girl, and I was going to date one. Was that a choice you made to date this dude, or did the dude just show up, or was she choosing to give me a white?
No. See, that's
Other
why I
than
loved
black.
it first when we had this
Yeah.
conversation. It was
I
just
would
like
like
it was
to know.
organic.
Yeah.
You know,
Was it
I liked
organic
him.
or
It
did
was
you
nice to
just-
me.
Yeah, that's what I
Let
want to
me
know.
give
Was
it
it
a
that? Was she
chance.
saying, "Ooh, no more than me"?
Nah, she didn't have that attitude.
They ain't no good.
But don't get so on that high horse
Right.
that you think you can talk about us now. You get what I'm saying? Just because everything going right because you dated a white dude, don't think white men don't cheat.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't act like that white boy that's messing with you now
Right. Won't cheat on you.
won't mess around and see a Becky.
Mm-hmm.
Because see,
Oh,
you
yeah,
still
I
a
know.
nigga and there's certain things
Real
that you
talk,
still not
man.
go do in the bedroom. Let's keep 100.
Huh? Thank you.
And Becky's.
This dude
well,
right here.
And so listen,
Well,
with that being said, look, we go. we gonna end this show.
I disagree with that, sir, but okay.
Okay, we can do that, but
Were those two women coming in and out your apartment, white or black?
Black.
Okay.
okay. I didn't say that there are not a lot of black
Just
women that
wondering.
won't do nothing. I just say that I just believe and will stand on that white women are a little bit nicer. They ain't as hard. I could.
We'll talk about experiences
Yeah, we
another
gonna
day.
talk about
Yeah,
that.
because
We'll hear about
I'm
his
not saying
ratchet
that
I'ma
I
tell
ain't
you
saying
about
that
this
you know
ratchet.
black women because again I love black women. I do. I love them.
Uncle Phil
My
got
experience-
some ratchet
I will
stories.
say this. How about this? I can say this, and this is just give you another topic for another day.
Oh gosh.
That's all
A
right.
woman is freakier than any man could imagine that woman would be. You just gotta be the right man to pull it out of that woman. A
And
woman-
I agree.
I mean, hey.
Yeah.
So I am not gonna sit here and co-sign to certain people, races, whatever, of women
Yeah.
are more open sexually than others, because we think we about that life. We can't hold a candle to women's freakiness.
Oh, that's
Hold
real.
on.
Like for real.
That is
real.
true.
Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it. Right. So
That's real.
where I understand that every black woman hasn't done everything under the sun that you dated, correct?
Oh, correct. But
Exactly.
neither is
Now,
every
what-
white woman.
Right, but hold on. However, because so that would discredit what you're saying. I didn't say, hold on, listen what I'm saying.
No.
Listen what I said. I didn't say that there are not black women who don't go ham. I know that there are black women go ham because I date black women.
Mhm.
I've dated them in my 40-some years.
Mhm.
What I was saying was, if I'm measuring, because every white woman haven't done nothing either.
Mhm.
Listen to what I said.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that in terms of who are more willing, once you meet them, their idea of it, because I can measure between the white women that I
Your experiences.
Right.
Okay.
and so what I'm saying is where to be on both ends. However, from what I know, white women are a little bit more open to certain things out the gate versus black women. Now I can talk that because I've talked to enough of them. I didn't say that there are not black women who are not just as freaky. I know for a fact that black women are just as freaky.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So catch what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that every
Go
black
ahead
woman.
and throw it out there so I can catch this
So I would say I would disagree that it just depends on you. No, every black woman just not gonna do everything. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you ever married them. Because again, you just proved the point. It don't really matter if it's you and if you can break. That sounds good, but the reality is every black woman is suave or it's just for instance not gonna be with anal, or just for instance it's just not gonna do. And again, that's just true. I just asked you a question and we're gonna wrap it up. Have every black woman that you made it have been a super freak? You just said no.
No, but neither.
So it didn't matter.
But
Listen.
neither his every. That's you talk. I can paint that stroke with
So
every
listen,
woman.
what I'm
period.
saying is you just listen to the statement you made, man.
But that's every woman. How am I contradicting?
So let me
myself?
catch it. You just said, listen, you just said that it takes a certain person. I just
to pull it out of
disagree
that woman.
Right. But what I'm saying is when you say, well, there are black women, we already know that.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I get where you're going with that.
Right.
That's not contradicting myself. What I'm saying is, for the women that weren't as freaky as others were, maybe I just wasn't the dude to bring it out of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so correct it.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's me being accountable for that. But
But
that has nothing to do with color, race, whatever. It ain't got nothing to do with that. For that particular woman, I just wasn't the dude to bring it out of them. However, Seaman Cohen, there have been many that I
Right.
was.
So yeah, I agree with that.
And they race didn't have a damn thing to do about it. With them, I was just that
It
dude.
was right.
Right.
And with others, I just wasn't.
Okay, so like I said, I mean, I guess we might be just coming from two different places. I understand you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But
as far as
I
I
guess
know,
what I'm saying is, with your experience, I get that. With mine, my experiences are broad as well across the spectrum of the rainbow, and everybody was running about parallel. I mean, as far as if you want to talk about levels that they were willing to go to, color didn't play a whole lot into that. It was
if they would go do it or not.
Some of them I was able to bring that out of. Some of
This
them I
is
wasn't.
with it if they with it or not.
Yeah, some of them. You mentioned anal in particular. To be perfectly honest, I've come across more black women that were more open to it than anything. Like, hey, let's go.
And I would.
so
Yeah, I mean, and I would agree. But again, you still have that.
yeah, you have some that don't. Yeah, but that is.
They'll be like,
that is. I think that is.
That ain't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I don't care how suave and smooth your ass think you want. I'm just telling you off the rip. It's just no different than, unless you just run across a black chick who would just say, for instance, interested in a threesome or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of black men that ain't something that we down with it because there are women that's down with it. But then again, on the flip side, you still got black women who are like, I ain't gonna share you with nobody.
I know, right. You asked her if she want a threesome, and she said, "Yeah, I'm so glad you asked. I know this."
Right, you gonna be like, you ain't for me, yo.
Right.
I play with you. I ain't wiping you.
She glad. She glad to say, I'm a calm.
Now, I heard an interesting stance on that. I heard an interesting stance on that from a woman.
What's up,
I heard an interesting stance on that from a woman that was saying that she would be open to the idea, like the thought of it is appealing to her, but her unwillingness to share is because it ain't enough of us out here. It ain't enough eligible bachelors out there or eligible men.
Oh, so she
trying to hold on to the one. She wanted to bring in another woman.
Yeah.
But she don't want to share because she
don't want to lose.
She don't want to lose.
Right.
She said, so her whole argument was, well, it ain't enough eligible black men out there.
No,
so I don't want to run the risk of losing him. I can't find one. My argument to her was, well, hey,
that's called the love preservation.
My argument to that was, well, hey, Karen and Sharon, if you know it ain't enough of us out here, why don't you help your sister out and be a sister wife?
Yeah, like,
yeah,
dog, that's insecurity wrapped up in that whole. Get the hell out of here, girl. You on some? You really you? You sure she might take you.
Yeah. Self-preservation.
Yeah. But listen, man, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to today's show, man. If you are watching live on any of our live streams, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We definitely got to give it up for Uncle Phil, man.
Good job.
You come in, man. You jump right in, and that's all really we ask, man. And so we definitely hope you enjoyed yourself today. Because you know what, I didn't even ask you what the hell you did for a living. I had it all planned in my head, like you know what, we're gonna hold a segment for them. So let everybody know who you are, what you do,
where you from.
You know where you're from. We already know your soul.
I'm Bill Tate. I have two sons I raised on my own. They're both married. I'm one beautiful black man. I'm operating room tech. I'm also an artist. Singing. That's about it. I work on my operating room tech. I work in surgery. Been doing that about 35 years.
Oh damn, you a G. So any hobbies? Anything
I'm
you like
an artist.
doing?
I'm an artist.
Music.
I work in surgery. Not really music. I'll sing every now and then. I do love blues. So blues songs.
So when you mean artist though, or what do you?
Thank you.
I draw. I do pastels. I got a comic strip that I do.
Oh, pictures, comic strip.
Yeah, you gonna have to share that, man. If we share it on our social media page, are you amateur or are you selling?
Comic. Oh, I'm trying to. Right now, I'm trying to sell my art. My sister wrote a book,
Mm-hmm.
and I did the
Artwork for it.
yeah, did the illustration.
Oh, already, yeah. So you should be
And the
getting
book
some
just
good
came out.
check
It's
from
on,
that when it sells.
It's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Okay,
Nice.
listen, I want to thank Creative Designs for hooking the brother up for his with his Kuta
I
Kente
like that Kunta Kinte.
shirt. You know that's me all over, and so we want to shout out to her and thank her for hooking us up with that. We do have some shirts of our own that will be coming from Energized Co. that I think you guys gonna like.
Oh yeah.
And so again, thank you guys for tuning in. Want to thank the good doctor B Rock. Appreciate it. I normally end the show with Dr. Omar, but for time's sake, man, we're gonna just go on and wrap up this little old show, and we will see you guys
2 weeks.
we got the next. Even though it's killing me
No,
because I'm just really hoping.
You guys could do the show.
You said, as for you and yours.
Right. So with that being said, man, we go call it a Sunday. And again, you can check us out on all your local platforms or on your platforms in general.
All right, man. It's a picture I drew of my youngest son.
Oh yeah, that's pretty dope.
18 by 24. It's a picture of my little oldest son and his wife.
You got some skill.
These are all this big. About that size.
Mhm.
And then this is a picture I drew of myself drawing my son.
Wow. So you got the picture within the picture in
Right.
the background.
I got kids on the glass, and then
I see your
I put my
hand.
drawing on the
Yeah.
and then I put my kids on the right. And I stuck them on that.
That's nice. That's real nice. Yeah, man. That's a wrap. And oh man, Kansas City done came back.
Yeah.
35-17. Yikes.
Gotta get that boy before you get moving.
Yeah, man.
Because once you get moving, you just like, all right. Well,
Dude, when I seen him push your dude in the back, I just bust out started laughing. How you
you stiff
how
arm
you
and
muff-
make him
how
spin
you-
around.
Yeah, how you muff a nigga and then turn around and tell him, move out the way. I mean, he just hold
Right.
back, just turn sideways.